Okay. So, welcome, guys. Welcome, everyone, to Journey with the Yankyeras. As you all know, today we are live on here with an amazing nurse by name Priscilla Kuma. This is my first time meeting her, honestly. And we are thankful that she did accept to join us today and share a lot of information so that all the foreign nurses abroad who are looking to come and work here in the US have all the information they need and see how best she would be able to support you. So I wouldn't take too much of the time today. Priscilla will be doing most of the talking. So Priscilla, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to our wonderful and amazing YouTube family?
Okay, thank you very much for having me. My name is Priscilla Kuma. I come from Ghana. I naturalized in the USA, so been an American for some time now. I am an RN, schooled at University of Ghana, the Premier University. Transferred over, took the NCLEX. You hear me using the word boards or NCLEX interchangeably. I've been practicing as an RN in New York State for some time now. I also run a YouTube channel, and the name is Priscilla Kuma RN on YouTube and other social media platforms. I am the lead consultant for USR Empathic Consult. You always see me and my logo everywhere I go. So basically, I struggled throughout trying to become a nurse in the USA. I figured out the way, and my goal now is to help those behind me who want to work in USA. And pretty much that's what we do. At my consults, we help you throughout the whole process. That's basically a little introduction of myself.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I know you did say you struggled a little bit. Do you mind sharing some of your struggles with us just briefly? What do you mean by struggles?
So, as a foreign educated nurse or an international nurse, there are so many things you need to know before you relocate, no matter where you go into US, UK, wherever. And it all boils down to research. The biggest mistake I made, or I didn't even know, so I wouldn't even call it a mistake, was that I could have taken my NCLEX whilst living outside the US before coming into the US.
Yes.
I didn't know that, and that cost me 2 years of my life. So
Wow.
now we help nurses who live outside the US to pass to write their NCLEX, and then by the time they move to the USA, they already have their RN license ready and work as an RN. So I didn't know that it cost me 2 years, and I've taken it upon myself to help those behind us so they don't suffer the same thing I went through.
Wow. That is nice of you. That is so nice of you that you go through the process and now you all that you want to do is to be able to help people. Because I know it's one thing having the information and it's another thing not even knowing. Like you said, you didn't know, but now you know and you are not keeping the information to yourself. You are opening yourself up and using your YouTube channel and your consult to help people out there. And that is amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Um, so can you talk a little bit about your consult then? What do you all do?
Okay, so basically our consult is for all international nurses because I get this question a lot. Do you only help Ghanaian nurses? No. I am I am a citizen of the world. I am more like Nigerian than I'm even Ghanaian sometimes. Sometimes I'm more Ghanaian than I'm Nigerian. It depends on who I'm talking to. So we help all international nurses. We help nurses even if you did in school in Africa, if you schooled outside Africa. So far as you have the intention to work in USA and you have the qualification, we do all the paperwork for you. You can't just get up and work in US as an RN. You need to take certain steps to have the license first before you can practice in USA, and that's all we do. It's been in existence for almost 2 years now. We've helped a ton of people, midwives, general nurses, psychiatry nurses to write NCLEX and pass. It's a virtual office, so everything we do is online. People would like to see you and come to your office, but it's 2023 people. We don't have a physical office, but you can find me if you want to find me in New York. So we help international nurses to write NCLEX, pass NCLEX, then we find you employers. Pretty much that's all we do.
Okay. So can you how many people in general would you say you've helped so far?
Oh, we have over 500 nurses we've been working with for some time now. Yes.
Wow. That's amazing. So Prisha, let me backtrack a little bit. So you said you went through the process. It took you about 2 years. So is that how you got into the US? Was it through your RN pathway? Okay. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So I didn't come into USA with a nursing because, as I said, I didn't have RN license before coming to the USA. I
Okay.
came to the USA with a different route. I always
Oh,
say I came to the spousal route. So
oh,
yes,
okay.
if I had known that I can take my boards my NCLEX before coming to the US, I would have done that. So as soon as I come to the US, I'll just be working as an RN. I didn't know that. That's what the 2 years
Oh,
lasted.
okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, no, yeah. And I went through the same process. I'm a product of UCC, so I did my bachelor's in nursing back home and then also came in and had to go through the process of writing the NCLEX. So I've been in your shoes. I think we've all been there and we know how it feels like. So I'm glad that we are partnering today and sharing information so that other nurses who are looking forward to working in the US and know the process, right? So I know your consult, like you said, you do help people to write the NCLEX. Can you tell us, do you also help them to find jobs and to be able to relocate, or is it mostly focused on helping them to write and pass the NCLEX?
Yeah, so the consult is basically it's a two-way business we do. We
Okay.
help you write the NCLEX and pass, and the second phase is linking you to recruiters or employers or hospitals, and that's if you so wish. So we're able to offer all that. You don't necessarily have to enroll with us. Any NCLEX passer looking for an employer, just get to our website www.usrnpathwayconsult.com, and then just send us a message. They will reach out to you. We'll get your CV or your resume, link it to employers, and then your immigration process starts.
Awesome, awesome. So it looks like it's a pretty simple process, right? Like the way you're saying it. But I know from our own experience, going through the steps is a little cumbersome. Like I did it on my own, and you need somebody in Ghana to help you with getting your transcripts and everything and filling out the forms. Can you walk us, let us know what are the steps to really like get through to be able to get to the point of even writing the NCLEX as a foreign nurse?
Okay, so I will just highlight the major phases: phase one, phase two, phase three, and
Okay.
how it is. It's more detailed than what I'm going to say, but basically, your very first step, aside having the zeal, you need to do a little bit of research to know what you're going into. There's a puzzle game you have to play. You have to find out what state.
Yeah.
There are so many states in the US. You have to find out which of the states will accept your foreign education, and also which credential evaluation you want to use. There are so many companies out there, but not everybody will give you what you want. So you have
Yeah.
to match. You have to do the first stage, which is a credentialing. That is getting a credential evaluation company, a selected one, and then making sure they accept your education and matching it with a state or board of nursing that would accept that foreign education. If you do a mismatch, if you choose a different board that doesn't accept a report from this credential evaluation company, then you have to start from scratch. So the very first stage is credentialing, and it's in two branches. You just have to prove that truly you went to a nursing school. So you go back to your nursing school for your transcript. The second part, you have to go to your nursing council or your nursing board of the country in which you schooled. Some people come from Nigeria and they schooled in Philippines. You are going to the Philippine Board of Nursing to get that transcript that shows that you went to nursing school there. And then you go to the nursing council as well and the nursing institution you went. You put those two documents together. You are not going to handle that document. The school has to sign, seal it, put in the envelope, stamp it, and mail it to the requesting company in the US. Um, the prices vary depending on whichever company you're using. The prices vary. It ranges between 420 all the way to 480, depending on if you want an extra report or whatever. So you have to match that evaluation with a certain board, and if the two of them click, give you a good report, then you move to the next stage whereby you get something called ATT, authorization to test. Without the authorization to test letter, you cannot write NCLEX. You don't just get it. People are like, I want to write NCLEX. I'm ready now. That is not how it works. You have to move from one phase to the other. The state boards will frustrate you. The evaluation companies will keep emailing your school, and it's a whole drama. And that is why you need an expert that would handle this for you. We know the language, we know what they need because we've done this for several people. About 500 people have been through this process and are still going through this process. So we know that, oh, you are a midwife. We're not going to use this state for you, or we're not going to use this evaluation company for you. We know you're a psychiatric nurse. We're not going to use this state for you because they're going to reject you. We know all those things. People come into my DM and tell me I'm a consult, so I cannot go out and tell you what to do. There's the reason I'm having the business for this.
I know,
Yes.
right?
So
Yeah.
if you need some type of consultation, yes, there's a paid consultation we can help you, and then I'll walk you through it. If you also need us to enroll with us for us to do everything for you, we are also in that business as well. So pretty much credentialing and then getting the authorization and then going to the testing center. Unfortunately for us in Africa, we only have one testing center, which is in South Africa. It's been a little struggle with getting visa for some countries and all. So people just choose to go to India, which is farther away, which is more expensive. People go to Brazil, Turkey, UK, wherever. There are so many NCLEX centers. So wherever you are, you can find which one is around you, and then you book a flight, you go write it. In 48 hours, you find out whether you've passed online, and then you become a USRN on paper. The second phase is finding an employer, getting the immigration, they'll file your I-140 and do all that. And everything I've said, if you're lucky, it can take you 2.5 years, and it can take you up to
Wow.
it can take you up to 5 years too, depending on
Oh,
all the glitches. And now people panic about retrogression and they don't want to start. But you just have to start from somewhere and get in the line.
yeah.
Yes.
Wow, that's a lot of information. I know you kind of wrapped it up, but you really like outlined everything. And like you said, you have to first of all go through the credentialing process of getting your transcript evaluated and make sure like everything matches and all that. So that is the first step, like you said. So everybody should know that before you can even take the NCLEX, you have to make sure your transcript is evaluated. If you have a license from your home country, that license is also evaluated before you can even get the authorization to test. And that, she said, can take a lot of time. So the sooner you can start, the better. And like Priscilla said, if she knew several years ago that she was going to come in and be working as an RN, she would have started the process even before getting to the US. So that is one kind of mistake she did, but she's learned from it, and through that, she's now helping people to go through the process with much ease. Thank you so much, Priscilla. Um, so I know you mentioned about agencies that if you are done with the boards and you've passed, you can go through agencies. Do you mind sharing with us some of these agencies that currently do that? Because
Okay.
I know it's very few. I don't know much about it. I've heard of it, but I don't know anybody that has really used it.
Okay. So let me backtrack a little bit. Pretty much there are basically about 3 steps you can take if you want to embark on this journey. The first one is trying to figure it out yourself, like how you did it yourself. That's the first step. You do everything by yourself, doing your own research and doing everything by yourself. The second one is going through an agency. There are some agencies that are in certain locations, and or they go to certain locations and look for nurses in there, and they guide you through the process. And then when you're done, they find you jobs, and then you serve a certain bond or you're on a contract with them for like 2.5 years to 3 years. Those agencies are also there. Some of them you don't pay anything upfront. Some of them you pay a little bit, but they'll still get to the end. The third one is coming to a consult like mine where we help you through the process. Everything is self-funded. You pay yourself for everything. And then when you're done, you are able to bargain better because nobody invested in you. You paid out of pocket. So you're able to look for direct hire jobs where you can bargain how much you should be paid. With the agency investing in you and paying for your flights to go take NCLEX in India, South Africa, wherever, they determine where they send you, they determine where they pay you. So these agencies have their pros and cons. Um, most the most popular ones in Africa, especially to the Ghanaian viewers, Avant AVANT is into that business. There's another one called Ogredi Payton, OGP for short. They are into that business. Passport USA. I've shared a ton of these agencies on my channel as well.
Yeah.
Passport USA, Ogredi Payton, Avant, Connectix. There are so many agencies out
Wow.
there. I always advise that go and do your research, see what they are offering first, see what the package is, and don't rush before signing a contract, because contracts are binding and you get yourself locked in something you cannot come out of. So do your research. The fact that it worked for somebody, it might not work for yourself, especially if you have a family and family of 5 or 6, and you're going with one of these agencies and they are going to pay you something low like $27 an hour. Are you going to be able to sustain yourself on that? So if somebody is going, a single person is going, no kids, no spouse, nothing, they might be able to cope. So look at the contract very well before you sign it. Some of them are very slow, some of them move very fast, some of them have so many applicants, so you don't get the response you need on time. So basically this process is research. You have to read well. People are so eager to leave wherever their home is, and they just go with anybody, and then they run back to people like us uh, trying to correct the mistake they've embarked on, and sometimes they are too far out into the process and it's too late to retract it. So yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. That's a lot. That's a lot of agencies out there that I didn't even know of. So that's good to know, and thank you for sharing that with us. I watched some of your videos with Nanelle, and I wanted to find out about the nurses coming in as nurse assistants. I did watch that video, and I don't know if you mind sharing that information with us here about the nurses coming in as nurse assistants.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I keep making a promise of not wanting to talk about this anymore because
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't mind. It's okay. I share this video. I try to be very clear and laudable and make the all give all the instructions at the beginning before the main content, but people still don't get it. So
Yeah.
therefore, my consult does not help nursing aides or nurse assistants or CNAs or PCT. My channel is separate from my consult. My channel is just to bring information out there. So I did
Oh,
share that CNA routes video, and it brought in a lot of traffic.
oh
But
wow.
yes, so it's out there. It's an option out there for. So when COVID happened, nursing shortage happened in the USA. Most companies, most facilities or hospitals had to outsource their staffing to company agencies to bring nurses from outside the US to come and fill those gaps, pretty much. And then retrogression happened. Lots of people are in the line waiting. And then some of these nursing agencies decided to re-strategize and say they said number one, getting NCLEX done takes so long. And most of the African countries don't have a center where they can write, so that is also a down factor. So whilst waiting for them to take the NCLEX and pass the NCLEX, maybe we can bring them in to work as CNAs or nurse aides in the meantime whilst they are working on their NCLEX to be RNs. So two companies started doing that. One of them, MedPro International, will take registered nurses who want to work as CNAs. Another one was it's called Worldwide Health Staff Solution. MedPro International Worldwide Health Staff Solution. They were using that kind of strategy to get nurses into the US. Mind you, the routes and the wait time has still been the same. The nurse
Oh,
I knew 2020 who enrolled is still in her country 3 years
wow.
on. Yes, she got that CNA offer. She's still in her country 3 years on. And even RNs who started back in 2020 have made it to the USA. So it's not a shortcut. I always advise nurses that whatever you are doing, make sure you are working towards the NCLEX RN goal, because they give you a very strict timeline. One of the companies actually, when they give you that offer, when you apply to them as an RN who wants to work as a nurse aide, you apply to them, they do all the interview and they give you the offer. You have 48 hours, 2 days to produce ATT. Nobody,
Oh
not
wow.
even the president of the USA can give you ATT in 48 hours. So that is the criteria. They all ran back to me saying, Priscilla, I've gotten an offer to work as a CNA, and they want me to show that I'm already on my NCLEX-RN pathway, and by showing an ATT within 48 hours. And I said, I can't help you.
Yeah.
Nobody on earth can help you get an ATT in 48 hours. You have not even started credentialing. You have not submitted any. You cannot get ATT in 48 hours. It's impossible. And then they drop out of the program. So it's still ongoing. people say they got the offer, so many people, but the one I know personally, 3 years on, she still hasn't left her country to the USA, but it's still
Wow.
ongoing. So if you are going to wait that long, why not just write the NCLEX, and then when you go, you are entering at a better level, your pay is going to be better, because these CNA jobs, they were offering some of them $16 an hour, $17 an hour, and most people who are taking these offers are family of the 3 kids, 4 kids, 5 kids, and you can't make it on $16 an hour no matter what you do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that one I can totally agree with you. There's no way here in the US you can survive on $16 an hour. Even if you did overtime, it's like you are going to kill yourself and not be able to still afford a good living here. So that's true. I thank you so much for highlighting that. That is not a good route, even though you had shared with us on your channel and Nanel's channel. At least people can now hear that instead of doing that, it's better to rather just start right away, apply coming in as an RN, and probably using your consult to help them speed everything up, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay, thank you so much. Um, I know your consult helps with that part of helping people go through the registration, getting the ATT, preparing for the NCLEX, and passing. Does it end there? I know you said you have the access to help them get the jobs. Is that a different phase? Like, can you just stop right there, or is it all together where that this is what we do? We help you to pass, and then we help you get the job and take you through it. Do you split them, or is it all in one?
Yes. So because our process is self-sponsored, you're paying every dime at your own pace. We don't force anything onto you because you're paying everything by yourself. Our agreement, the contract you sign with us, is we help you write NCLEX and pass. So that phase is done, and then our official contract is over. But
Okay.
then, if you need an employer, we are able to give you an employer without charging you a dime. It's free of charge.
Oh,
But
wow.
some people, yes, but some people are with all these big companies I mentioned, the Evans, the OGP, and all, they are dealing with millions of nurses. So they just dump the documents on you. So believe it or not, there are nurses who are with those agencies, but they are with us as well,
Oh,
because they just say, sign this form, do this, and the nurse takes the form, is confused, she downloads the thing from her email, she doesn't know what to do. So they enroll with us. So many of them are with agencies before even coming to us at UPC. So they enroll with us, and then we hold your hands and say, this form has to be filled with a black pen. If you use a blue pen, it's going to be rejected. This form has to be filled in a capital letters, block letters. This form has to be sent by your school and not you. Some people go and take their transcript themselves and go to the post office and mail it and all those. No, they don't have, Evans has no time to be telling you that your school is supposed to do it you. So things like that, we guide you through it all. And we have contacts in all the schools in Ghana. So we just, it's a matter of making a phone call to your school, and we know all the people in charge of endorsing those forms. Some of the schools don't know how to endorse those forms. Your clinical hours, they put 20 hours there. Some states have a requirement you cannot have hours less than 500, some of them 1,005. So we have a format. So we
wow.
go to the school with that format and say, this person went to the school, her clinical hours should not be less than this. This is what. So we have all that structure. So pretty much we take the headache off you. Yours is just to study for NCLEX. So whilst you're doing that, we are up and down in your school and nursing council and chasing your documents from you. Easy peasy, no headaches at all. I forgot to mention that we have our NCLEX tuition academy as well. We have an NCLEX academy where we help nurses. It's a 16 weeks or 4 months class where you enroll. It's very virtual like this via Zoom, where you have other nurses from joining from all over the world. You have tutors who have written and passed NCLEX successfully based in the US, based in some of them UK, Nigeria, Ghana. They come online, they teach you. The good thing is that even if the times don't work for you, we have video recordings of the teaching for the day that we give every student at the end of the day. As soon as class ends, 10 minutes, you get your record and you can go and review it, whether you missed the class or not. All our services that we provide are on our website. Once again, is www.usrnpathwayconsult.com. And I wish I had all this information. When I was doing mine, I didn't have anybody to teach me. I sat home and studied the hard way. And if I can pay my way out for somebody to take the headache off me, why won't I do it? Our services are so low. We know times are really hard. So our enrollment fee is basically $400. It sounds like it's a lot, but trust me, the workload involved is a lot.
Yes.
$400, pretty much amounting to about 5,200 cities thereabouts, and that is devoid of the tuition. Our enrollment fee is 400. Our service charge, our workmanship is 400 USD. Anything else we do for you is outside that. If you are using CGFNS to evaluate, CGFNS is asking you to pay 420, 400, whatever. You are going to pay that directly by yourself to CGFNS. We actually do a live video with you. You log in, you use your own credit card from the comfort of your house, enter it to just show you where to go and click and all. You do everything. If you have to book your own flights, we're able to coordinate that for you, but no other money comes to us. Everything is paid directly to whoever is requesting it. The airline is saying their ticket is 10,000. It's up to you to pay the airline. We are very transparent. Our prices are all on everything we offer online. So the tuition is $50, and luckily we are doing an end of year promotion or Christmas promotion for all our applicants and the family and friends. If you enroll from November 20th to December 31st, you are able to get a 1 month tuition free class, and a lot of people are coming in to benefit from that. And the class is very, very effective. So after 1 month, I don't think you would drop out because the amount of information they will lay upon you, it's a lot. Most people have been out of school for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And even if you finished school a year ago or even 2 months ago, the nursing in America is entirely different, and you can attest to that. So
Yes.
it's not about I'm a new grad from Nigeria, I'm a new grad from Kenya, so I'm good to go. You still need someone to teach you EKG, telemetry. We never exhausted the pharmacology. If you
Yeah.
happen to be colonized by the British, the medications are different from American. The names are different. You're now coming to learn Tylenol, paracetamol, acetaminophen. Now you're coming to learn Tylenol and all this. So I encourage anyone. I encourage everyone to enroll in that class. Give it a try and see. So the door is still open till 31st. You can join, pay your full amount of 400. That automatically qualifies you for 1 month free tuition. And I was born on Christmas Day, so this is a little giveaway to the people who have been serving.
Oh, that's nice of you. Happy early birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, Priscilla, thank you so much for sharing all this information. Like you said, I have gone through the process. I came 10 years ago, went through it. I had to like do it all by myself, getting stuff to UCC and getting it filled. Like you can get it all done with errors, and then you have to, like you said, start the process again. And it can be challenging, very frustrating because you are trying to get things done quickly, and then a little mistake is like spoils everything and you have to backtrack again and do it. So guys, USRN Consult has all this package in place to help make it a stress-free journey for you. You don't want to go through what we went through, and that's why we are here on this channel to try to help each and every RN that is looking to come into the US and practice be able to go through the process without much stress. And I'm happy that Priscilla has taken the step to do this because I couldn't, I don't even have that energy to do it, And she, upon her full time job, family responsibilities, and all that, still manages to do her YouTube channel and still manage a consult helping people. So that is a great achievement for her. And like she said, it's $50. Is it $50 a month for the NCLEX?
Yes, for the inputs. Yeah.
$50 a month. Okay, so that is about 500 and something Ghana cedis a month, which is not much. I know it may sound much, but $50 honestly is not a lot of money to pay on a monthly basis to get ready to pass the NCLEX. And I'm sure with Priscilla's NCLEX Academy, you are most likely going to take the NCLEX RN on and pass one time, right, Priscilla?
One
Yeah,
time, yes. One,
one
we make
time.
sure
Okay.
that there's always an assessment back to back. We don't want you to travel all the way to India, spend so much money, and
Yeah.
come back that you
Yeah.
failed. So if you don't pass stage one, we don't promote you to the next stage. It's like assessments and tests and audio books. And there's so much to do. It's intense. It's like a boot camp, pretty
Oh
much.
my goodness. Oh my goodness. I studied for the NCLEX on my own when I came into the country. I did like 4 month intensive training. I wasn't working. I lived with a friend, and all I was doing morning till evening, opening the book, solving questions, reading, and all that. And by the grace of God, I passed on one attempt, but that was a lot of work. That was a lot of work. So I'm glad that Priscilla has all this in place to make sure that you do not have to travel all the way to South Africa, India, UK, just to write and fail. And then your ticket is gone. The money you paid for the NCLEX is down the drain, and you have to start all over again. So I'm glad that you have things well structured, and people have that assurance that if they come into your consult and the academy, that they are going to pass the NCLEX on one attempt. That's amazing. Do we have any questions? Doesn't look like we have any questions yet. So Priscilla, what states do you usually work with, or what states do you usually have your nurses registered through? Do you mind sharing it?
Yes, so people come in with certain preferences. As a consult, we advise if it's feasible for you to go through that, fine. But we use Texas, but we use Virginia. Some people want New York because with family reasons or whatever. So based on your educational background, we advise you. But we use Texas, we use Virginia a lot, we use Nevada sometimes. Um, Illinois, we use Illinois a lot too. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. And I know with the CGFNS, when you're starting the process, they usually ask for a social security number. Is that still the case for all states, or is it for some states?
Yes, that is why you need an expert to guide you. We have an exemption and ways to go about it. Whoever
Okay.
nobody will ask you for a social security number, so we know
Oh,
what to
that's
take if you pass.
okay. Okay. And I'm sure you don't want to let that secret out, right?
No, no, that's why we are consults, so they can find us and we'll guide them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
people have a lot of fears. This day and age, you can't trust everybody. People are scared to part ways, but we have evidences. If you go to our website, you see people's testimonials and all. And the
Those
year
are real
has
people.
ended.
Those are real people that have gone through the process, right?
Oh, those are real people that have gone through
Okay.
the process. Those are real people that have gone through the process. Early this year, we had a free webinar for our nurses, whereby over 1,000 nurses in Ghana came, and we hope to do more of this and spread it out across the country and beyond to other countries as well. I know Nigeria was waiting for me to be there, but I couldn't do that. So it's make this a point to make this a New Year resolution for yourself. Whether you do it or not, the time is still going to pass. So set it up
Yes.
for yourself that I'll start this in January. I'll pass NCLEX by December 2024. I'll be USRN. Pray about it. Get the first support you need, and come find us. We'll help you through it. The earliest you've been able to do from the help somebody from enrollment to them writing NCLEX and passing in 6 months, which is a
Oh wow.
record, which is record breaking. So we've done it before many times, and yeah, so we know what we're
Wow.
doing. We
Wow,
know
yeah, I
what
know
we're doing.
it took me almost a year to go through the entire process, and I was doing it without any guidance, right? Like, I mean, I had somebody who had gone through it on her own and guided me a little bit. That even like helped, but I know like for some people it took like a year and a half. I have friends that came in that I had to help, and it took them a year and a half because the things keep changing, like the rules and all the steps keep changing. So it's been several years since I did mine. So if you call me now, I cannot help you. I don't have the information. But Priscilla has been doing this year over year over year, and is up to date with all the steps and all the changes. And so I would encourage you all to reach out to Priscilla. She shared her company website. Please go on there and register. And like she said, if you don't do it, time still runs by, right? Time will
Yes.
go anyway. It's not waiting for anybody. So don't think twice. You can start it as a New Year resolution. Just start it with her and come back and testify to us, so we can share the testimonies on her website as well, so people can know that it is a genuine business that she's running. Um, and Priscilla, I heard that the NCLEX format changed. Is that true?
Yes, so April 1st, 2023 this year, NCLEX changed a little bit. It's actually for the better according to those who have written it because they've added a few case studies to it
Okay.
where you have to read a case and write whatever or choose the right responses. And people were panicking all over, but those who have written it now were glad that they actually wrote it. It's called the New Generation NCLEX, NGN,
Yeah.
and they are glad that they wrote this because The marking scheme also changed a little bit. Before
Okay.
then, if you have to do select order apply, SATA, or we normally call SATA, if you get one wrong, if you under choose or over choose, the whole question is wrong. But this time around, they do plus one minus one, whereby you end up retaining some points. So it actually has been good to the for those who wrote it, and their testimony. They think they like this one better. Some people were able to write the old one and failed and had to retake it, so they even have a better review of what it was. And yeah, people are really passing it, and it's good for my image. It's good for the consult as well. So
Yeah. I think I need to come work for your consult.
you should. You should. You've done well. You've come a long way. I always encourage the nurses about career progression, going to
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
And I see that you are an FMP, and I'm really proud of you. Thanks for
Oh,
making it
thank
possible.
you. Thank you.
So for those
Yeah.
of you who don't know FMP, she's a family nurse practitioner. So people ask if I come to the US, can I go to school? Yes, there are so many specialties here that you won't even, some of them you've never even heard of. Somebody's working there in Disneyland as a nurse. Somebody's working in a racing court as a nurse. There are so many things you can specialize in, and getting into the country is the first step, and you should do it. It's a life-changing experience for yourself, your family, and your kids. It's a great opportunity. It's not rosy out here, but it's totally worth it if you ask any of us. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and that's true. Like it's, I mean, you have to work hard in America. It doesn't come easy. Like you would be here. That the fact that you are here doesn't mean you are okay and doing well. You have to work hard, and I've gone through it. I see what you are doing. You are doing an amazing job. I know it's not easy. You probably lose sleep a lot sometimes here and there, and it's not easy. But you have to keep going, right? Because I mean, that's the only way we can keep going in this country. We can't just sit down and not do much. So you are doing a great job. I think we are almost coming to an end, but do you mind sharing some of your experience just in general as a nurse coming into the US, just so people know the realities on the table and stuff like that? Because I know it's not like I had to leave the bedside. Like I only did it for a year and a half and I was done with it. I know you still probably work at the bedside, and there are a lot for people to know before they put themselves into it.
Yes. So as we highlighted before, nursing out here is entirely different.
It's different.
The first thing you need to do is just scratch the fact that you've been to nursing school before. Forget that you've never been to nursing school. Come in with a mind that you are here to learn. And you go through a preceptorship program. They will train you on the job wherever you end up. Make sure that you take full advantage of that learning period, because after the preceptorship you're on your own pretty much. So ask questions, read a lot before you go. Some people, when you're teaching them something, oh, I already know it, you get stuck, and then your license is going to be on the line. Over here, very easily they take your license and you go and face a committee. So it's not easy at all. I've shared a ton of those videos about the dynamics are different. You assign the patient on a 12, 13-hour shift. You are solely responsible for them in those hours, and everything that concerns them has to do with you. I also did bedside for a while, and I also left bedside.
Okay.
I went outpatient, and I'm actually doing something different again. And one thing about me, if the environment is not comfortable, I move.
You
And
move.
one thing most of us immigrants don't do is we are afraid to take risk. We are afraid to change our environment. We are like, oh, these people have been good to me. They gave me my first job. I want to be loyal. Sometimes loyalty don't pay. You need to prioritize your mental health first. I had a back injury at bedside with lifting a patient and whatever. That's why I had to get out. So if somewhere is not working for you, you have to get out. Bedside is not for everybody. I'm very happy I started from bedside, but even before my very, very first job, as I said, it took me about 2 years to get the license. I was working as a CNA or nurse aide or
Wow.
PC or PCT. I did that. Yes, I did that in that duration of 2 years. Bedside on a
Wow.
very
2 years? Oh my
on a
goodness.
on a busy 40 bed capacity floor. It was crazy. I learned a lot of that before I even became an RN. So when I got there, using the tools, the gadgets, and all this, I was already familiar with them. But Nursing is not easy.
Yeah,
If that environment is not working for you, ask for a change or a transfer. Go and try something out. Try something out. Sometimes you have to even take a pay cut to remain sane.
yeah,
It's better. If you work in outpatients, the pay is lesser than working inpatient. But
yeah,
outpatient gave me peace of mind. So I decided to step away from a little coins or a little dollar just to be sane and go home with no back injury or anything. Um, the challenges will come, but there are so many opportunities out there. Some facilities you work with them for a year, then you can they cover some of your tuition, you go and upgrade and do whatever. Here they are literally begging you to go to school. Meanwhile, wherever we came from, you have to be in line applying for study leave, and they'll tell you are a new nurse. There
yeah,
are 200 people before you. When you
yeah.
do here, everybody's begging you to go to school. There's always a course you can get certified in doing a quick 2 3 weeks program, and then you get certification. You specialize in one area. You stay there and make your comfort zone. If it doesn't work for you, move on. Be willing to mingle, write, learn a lot from other people, other cultures, because there are so many people here, and our people, we tend to only group up one place. Oh, I'm just from Ghana, I'm only gonna mingle with the African nurses and stuff. There are other things you have to learn outside just nursing or your culture. People, different foods, culture. There are other activities you have to involve yourself in, because this country can be very depressing. So if you're in a place that it snows too much, you can't hate the snow forever. You just have to, if you can't beat them, you join them. So you have to pick a snow. You have to pick a winter activity that can make you, because you have to go skiing or something just to distress, because there's
Yeah.
so much stress coming from within, and then at work there's stress, at home there's stress. People back home are
Back
calling
home,
you,
yeah,
are calling you for money. Nobody is there checking out how you are doing, and so much pressure. So you have to find an outlet. If you have to go do something at least once a week, there's something that you can't forgo that will give you peace of mind. Focus on that and do it. It's as I said, it's totally worth it. It's not rosy at all. You have to really, really, really work hard, but by merit, you work hard, you get the results, and I'm privileged to be here doing what I do, and I'm glad.
no, yeah, I'm so proud of all that you are doing. I know it's not easy. It's not easy, but you are doing an amazing job. Do you really love New York?
Oh no, I love New York, but I don't like winter. So
Okay, okay.
the cold is too much, but New York is good. Just that the cold, it's for a short period, but I think I need some warmth.
Come check Texas out. It's bright out here today.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's
What's the
bright.
what's the temperature? It's down, it's cloudy, it's depressing, it's raining all day today.
We are in the 70s today. 70s.
Really? You said what?
Yeah,
Did you say Kansas?
Texas.
Texas. Oh, Texas. Oh, yeah. I
Texas.
I plan on visiting. I have a Texas nursing license as well.
Oh
So
wow. Come on down.
yes, I
Come on
should.
down here.
I will come and visit you guys one of these days.
You
Yes.
should. So we moved here 2 years ago, but we love it. So just so we don't go sideways on what we are doing. We are almost done here. Thank you so much for all the information. Um, I'm not sure if anybody has any question. Those who are on the live stream, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask Priscilla right here. She would be happy to answer. But she's already shared so much information with us. Nursing is in the US is great, but like she said, there are so many challenges, and we as Africans, it's hard for us to want to like change and try new things. I was like that in the beginning, but like she said, now like you find yourself in one place, if it's not working, just check out. Like there are just so many opportunities as
Right.
nurses. I started at the bedside. I've tried nursing home. I'm now in research. So it's like you have to do several things to find your groove and see what works. So and Priscilla, after doing the bedside and the clinic, where else do you work? Where else have you tried working?
So now I do radiology,
Oh, okay, okay.
outpatient radiology, and it's been good so
Yeah.
far. It's been good so
Yeah,
far.
no, that's great. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had a little experience, not to work there, but I worked with a few of the nurses, and it seems like it's come and go quickly. We are done, and
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, guys, there are a lot of opportunities as nurses here in the U.S. It's not like back home where you feel like you're stuck. Doing like the bedside and the clinic kind of thing. Here, there are so many opportunities that you can venture as nurses. So if you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer. But I hope that today's live stream was beneficial. I would encourage you to reach out to Priscilla and sign up with her consult so she can start helping you to get ready to take the NCLEX and hopefully connect you to the right jobs and be able to come into the US. Priscilla, let me just ask one more question. With the jobs, I heard you say the direct hire. Is it like directly with the hospitals, or is there still like a middleman that is helping people get the job with the hospitals?
Yes, so there's always a middleman. The hospitals are so busy, so they just
Yeah.
outsource their recruitment of staff into an agency. So you still have to go to a middleman who would employ you. Even though some hospitals or nursing homes do direct hire for an international nurse, an agency will have to walk you through the process, and then they give it to the hospital, and then they are done. They all have their pros and cons anyway.
Okay. Priscilla, we have a question right here. Somebody's asking, so what is the first step to take if you want to work with her consult? What should they do?
The very first step is heading to our website, www.usrmpathwayconsult.com. As soon as you go to the website, there's a register button. Click on that button and fill a 7-page document. The seventh page is payment. You do the payment, you get an automatic email, and then your onboarding starts. You join an orientation session. Sorry
Oh,
about
okay.
that.
I think
Join an
you
orientation.
broke up a little.
Yes. So yes. So I saw you trying to share the website. Thank you. Yeah. So you go to the register button and then you fill out the page, and then you do the payment. And then the next step is to go to our website. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
I keep
Sorry.
getting this call. Yeah, somebody keeps calling me. Yes, so you register on there, do the payment, you get an onboarding email right away, and then you get oriented to the whole program. We walk you through the phases, we give you all the information you need to know. We assign you a case manager, one on one. They take you through the process, and that's how it starts. So the very first step, go to our website, register, pay, and then check your email. Everything else is will be in that email waiting for you.
Okay, okay. So Priscilla, before, like, if someone is asking, okay, why should I just go there and pay something? Like, if they want to get in touch with you to get a little more information or have questions before they sign up, is there a way for them to do that also?
Yes, so right on the website, if you scroll down a little bit, there's a chat box where you put your
Okay.
questions, and then our phone numbers, our emails, everything is on there. You send an email telling us what your peculiar situation is. As I said, sometimes people want a one-on-one consultation. We offer that as well. We on in that consultation, we can tell you that look, your case is not going to go through. This is your transcript. You don't have this you don't have medicine, you don't have surgery, you don't have this. Don't embark on it. It's not worth it. And
Yeah.
sometimes we tell you, yes, you can do it. You can do a top up and add. We advise you as such. Yes. So there's a chat box. They can send a message as well, right there. And it comes straight to our WhatsApp. It goes to our email, and then somebody responds to you in time.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Um, So yeah, it looks like you covered everything today in so much detailed, and I'm hoping that we have people reaching out to you so you can help them, because we know there are people back home who are frustrated and want to get out of there, but they don't know how to do it, and even if they've tried, they are unsuccessful. So the first step about getting in touch with you and helping them, at least through the NCLEX point, and then helping them get connected with jobs sounds like a great thing that I'm sure most people would be happy to reach out to you for. Um, I think somebody. Uh,
Another question for me.
so Kenya, Nairobi. Let's see. Oh, oh! Somebody said Kenya, Nairobi is starting the testing center this coming January. Wow! That did you
Yes.
know about that
So
already? Okay.
I heard about this information. We were there when they said that there was a center in Ghana. Everybody was going crazy, and I said there was no center. I put out a video to that. So as at today that we are talking this very moment, when you go to the Pearson VUE website and you type in Kenya, there's no site. So on this day, 17th December 2023, there's no center. Let's wait for that date to come, and if there happens to be a center, fine. I want to give a shout out to Kenyan nurses. They have been the majority of African nurses who make it to the US, and they excel very well when you get here. So it's a big hub. If there will be a center in Africa again, and apart from South Africa, I see it being East Africa, and that is Kenya, because the Kenyan nurses are traveling, traveling, traveling. And I know West Africa, we're waiting for some people project that it will be Ghana before Nigeria. So yes, we've heard a rumor for Kenya, and it will not be surprising. But as of today, there is no center. And keep checking the Pearson VE website or NCSBN website. That is where when a new center comes up, it will be there. So if it's not there, don't take it from anybody. It's false. But for now, there is no center in Kenya. But we are hoping there will be one next year. We are hoping that.
Can you repeat that website again where they need to check about the centers?
Okay, so when you go to the National Council, I always interchange it with NSCBN or
NSCN. Okay.
NCSBN or Pearson VUE.
Yeah, Pearson VUE.
Center, yeah, PSMV, just type PSMV and type NCLEX Center. So just put NCLEX Centers in Google, and then just type any country. Just say just say Ghana, and it tells you there's no center. Say Nigeria, it
Okay.
tells you there's no center. Put South Africa, and it tells you Johannesburg and wherever. Put
Okay.
India, and it tells you Mumbai, and it tells you all the centers. So if it's not on PSN, then it's not out yet, but we are hoping that one comes to East Africa soon. And then
Yeah.
when the center comes there, we hope that their immigration does not restrict or frustrate other African countries like South Africa was doing to Ghana and Nigerian nurses. It was rather unfortunate.
Oh wow, wow, wow! I didn't know about that. That people had to go through trouble to get there to write the NCLEX. But we
Yeah.
have one more. It says, please, what are the requirements to enroll in the program as a new grad nurse from Ghana? Are there any requirements for people who are newly graduated from school?
Yes. So the first requirement is that you should have a nursing license. Graduating from a school does not give you a license unless you've written an NCLEX, unless you've written licensure for Ghana, and then you do your national service or your rotation, sign your logbook, and after that, NMC, Nursing Council, will give you a license number. So unless you finish your national service or rotation, you wouldn't be given a license number. So if you have a license number, we can start with you. I know so many new grads want to start away, but there's a point where we need to put your license number on the form, and we can't keep waiting till the license number comes. And I know rotation takes about a year, 12 months, but new grad, and the good news is your national service, your rotation, if you're in Nigeria, NYSC, they all count towards your 1 year experience for you. So whilst you're getting that done, you're putting in your 1 year experience, and that would automatically qualify you as soon as you get your license number. Come find us with the license number, and then we can work with you.
Oh, okay. So, Prince, are you saying even they cannot even do the CGFNS portion without having their license? Do
You
they need
know,
that to start?
yes, you know
Okay.
that, yeah, yes, and you know that with CGFNS, the document is going to expire before you even, if you want to wait for 1 year to get your license and input it for the, it's don't just start anything, because the rules are changing so fast, the boards are changing so fast. Some boards, if you don't get your
Yeah.
documents within 12 months, they delete you from their system. You have to reapply, and you don't want to do anything. Make sure you have everything ready before. So I encourage you, once you are done with school, still be in touch, still be in a good communication or relationship with your tutors, because you're going to need them. People are nursing council, people who taught you, you're going to need them to endorse your form for you. And if you owe any money, people took loans from the Ministry of Health and all, you're going to do clearance. If you went to a government institution, you have to clear yourself before. If you have any loans, try and clear those debts so that when they are doing your clearance, nothing will hold you back.
Yeah, the steps have really changed then, because I remember when I did mine 10 years ago, I didn't use my license. I just did it as a newly graduated nurse, because I had just finished in 2012, came here in 2013. I had a provisional license, but I didn't want to go through that hurdle of trying to go to the NMC and all that. So I was like, no, I just I'm done with
It's
school.
actually
I have,
it's actually possible. Sorry to catch. It's actually possible to
yeah.
do it without a license, but it's a whole communication for that. As a whole, it will
Oh, okay.
frustrate you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The work. Okay. Okay. That's good to know. That's good. So, guys, yeah, if you just graduated, please go ahead, get your license, do your national service and all that, and get your license, and then reach out to Priscilla's consult, so she can start helping you. I think we have one more question today.
Sure. Keep them coming. It's a free consultation. Once you have me on now, just ask me.
Yeah. Somebody says, please, what is the process if you are working as a nurse in UK? Okay, so we have somebody in the UK who seems to be interested. Is it a UK nurse who did the education in the UK, or a UK nurse who schooled somewhere else and went to the UK? If you can please clarify that, I think that would help Priscilla give us an accurate information.
Okay, but I can still answer that in both
Okay,
ways.
okay,
The process is the same for all international nurses. The
okay.
process is the same. The only time it might vary is the place whereby maybe you schooled in a non-English speaking country, or your textbooks were not in English. You schooled in a francophone country, you schooled in Togo, then you have to translate your transcript and all. But pretty much the process is the same. You still do credential evaluation, you still wait for ATT, you still take the test, you still pass and whatever. Yes. UK, some of these European countries back in the day had some rules in place to retain their nurses. So they changed the structure of the nursing a little bit. So when you take their transcript, you're not going to see nurse medicine, you're not going to see surgery, you're not
Yeah.
going to see pediatrics. It's a way to retain their nurses. Germany, for one, will not even release your transcript to you to take to another country. So it's a way to
Wow.
retain them. It's a way, yeah, it's a way to retain their nurses in their country, in their country. And but UK trained nurses have been able to go through it. Once again, we know the states that will accept that kind of transcript.
Okay, I was gonna say because I know the UK it's a little tricky because I think their nursing is like adult, child, psych. So when they try to do the evaluation, it doesn't go through. They're like you're missing some of the courses. So I'm glad that there is a path for them that you are able to help with.
Yes, there is, and I've hosted several UK trained nurses who are working in the USA on my channel. One of them trained in UK. They know her because she also has a YouTube channel, and she's here working in the ICU in US. So
Oh, okay.
it's evidence based.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I'm glad there is a path for the UK nurses actually, because this whole time I thought they couldn't do it because their education did not match the US. Because I had a few friends who did their transcript evaluation and it didn't work out. They told them they were missing some courses, and so
Yeah,
they had to do. Okay, okay. A
sometimes you have
UK,
to do that. Yeah.
yeah. Someone is asking if one wants to join the US Army with nursing. Once US RN pathway helps to get you registered in the USA, can one join the military immediately? Huh.
Yes, so for somebody who wants to do that, your best bet is having to do self-sponsorship. That is coming to my consult because, as I said, because you invested in yourself, when you come, you're not going to be under any contract. But if you went through an agency, say Evans, and then they bond you for 3 years, that means you have to come and finish serving that 3 years before you go through and go through the to become an army, to join the army. There's a lady from Kenya who has a YouTube channel who is in the Army Reserve, who I hosted on my channel as well. She came to an agency, so she had to serve those years for that agency, free herself before joining the army. Yes, so you can. But mind you, using the USRM path automatically gives you a green card. It's an EB3 visa. It gives you a green card, and then you get a 10-year green card. You can choose to be a citizen or not. And if the army is your calling as well, it's a clear path for you. They need nurses. They need nurses in the military. So what now?
Awesome, awesome. And someone says, please, what is the requirement for mental health nurses in Ghana? Thank you.
The requirement is the same. You have a diploma, you have a bachelor's. The process is the same. We deal with mental health nurses as well, and
Okay.
yes, and there are so many. Mental health is a priority in the US. So there are so many mental health facilities that you can easily get a job that will pay you really, 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 really well, especially if you're a male. And yes,
Yeah, so Priscilla, let me ask, with the mental health nurse, so when they do their transcript evaluation, does it also line up with the U.S. Education also? Because I don't know anybody who has done that. I'm glad you know people and have helped people. Is it a simple process, or are they having to do anything different?
Yes, so it has to do with the evaluation company you use as well. So
Okay.
again, I've interviewed John. John is a mental health nurse from Ghana. He's called in Pantine. He's been on my channel about 3 times. All those videos are there. You what if just to be clear, midwife, psychiatry nurse, if you are embarking on this journey, know that you are gonna be work in the capacity of an RN, registered nurse. You are not going to be a midwife, and you are not going
Okay.
to be a psychiatry nurse here because the pathway is a little bit different. But
Okay.
if you are a psychiatry nurse from your country and you have that on your resume, you have all this years experience, when you go to a mental health facility, they would hire you because you have all that knowledge, but you have a badge that says RN, right, registered nurse. Midwife,
Oh,
if you are a midwife from most African countries, it's like 3 year diploma, or even if it's a 4 year midwifery program from KNUST, you are not going to be here in labor ward delivering babies. That is not the route to become a midwife here. You are going to have the badge, the RN badge, registered nurse badge. You can take a job in the labor and delivery ward, LND, but you will not be there delivering babies. But you'll be working in the capacity of an RN in a labor and delivery ward. You are
yeah.
writing NCLEX RN. You are not writing midwifery NCLEX. Just to be clear.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Somebody says, can an HIV positiveness be accepted to start this journey?
Yes, so this question, I've received this question a lot. People ask about hepatitis B, C as well. Yes,
Okay.
nobody should discriminate against you because of your health background. I know a nurse manager who is HIV positive where I work here in the US actually. And nobody will discriminate against you based on that. There are so many nursing fields you can be that you'll not be interacting or handling a door here and there. There are so many other things you can do as well, and you function fully. So yes, say Hep B, whatever you're gonna be doing medicals, you let them know straight ahead. But nobody should say I will not hire you because you have HIV, or I will not
Yeah.
hire you because you are transgender, or I will not hire you because you are gay or lesbian. Nobody should discriminate against you because of your health reason. We have other things people have, but they have jobs. So yes.
Yeah, and that's true. Here in the US, you cannot discriminate against anybody, irrespective of their race, their religion, their gender, their health status. Actually, if you do that, you can be sued.
Yeah.
Company who discriminates against you can be sued and taken to court. So, yeah, if you don't worry about being HIV positive, just reach out and start the process with Priscilla, and she will help you through any hurdles that come up. I think we don't have any more questions. If you all have any questions, please feel free to reach out to Priscilla, USRN Pathway Consult. She has a YouTube channel as well. She has a lot of videos posted. Go there, watch as many as you want, just so you can feel good about reaching out to her, because you would have listened to some of the people she has interviewed on her channel and all that. So don't hesitate to reach out to her, and also to head on to her YouTube channel, subscribe to her channel, support what she's doing, because she's doing an amazing job here in the US helping all the foreign nurses. Priscilla, we won't take too much of your time. If you have any last words to share with us, please, the stage is yours, and we will be done for today.
Yes, so thank you very much for your time. I'm proud of you for embarking on this journey for all these years and becoming an FMP, and we are Ghana is part of you. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
deciding to come into this space to create content, because we don't have a lot of Ghanaian
Yeah.
nurses in the YouTube space in the US here. In the US here. So I'm glad you are doing this, and we are encouraging others. If you have something to share, your journey living abroad, you can also join us on the space. Subscribe to her channel, guys. She's doing a good job. It's a family channel. Subscribe and follow them. And my channel is right there, Priscilla Kumar. That is my social media handle on Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn and everything. The consults, you already know the website is www.usrmpathwayconsult.com. Do not hesitate, and shout out to all the nurses who have passed through our hands and giving testimony. And we cannot wait for you to join and be in USR next year, 2024. I wish everybody happy holidays, and let's be in good health, and we'll meet again next year.
Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, happy birthday to you when 25th comes around. Merry Christmas to everybody. We thank you all for joining us today and watching this live stream, and share it with your family and friends. Yeah. Please don't forget to also subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. We thank Priscilla so much for availing herself. Like I said, I don't know her. I haven't spoken to her before. This is my first time having this interaction with her. So I'm grateful that you took a chance on us and came on our channel. We are excited to do more collaborations with you and hopefully see you in Texas as well. When we come to New York, we'll come look for you. But feel free to come on down here to Texas because it's beautiful out here. Thank you all so, so much. And you all enjoy the rest of the year. We'll see you in 2024. But we will be bringing more content proud to the end of this year. So stay tuned and continue to watch our videos and support us by subscribing, sharing, and watching our videos. Thank you so, so much. Bye, Priscilla. Have a good rest of your day
You
and
too.
happy early birthday.
Thank you, and Merry Christmas.
Merry